So I just want to give a quick tip for smart previews. I use them in my workflow and I find that they're super, super handy. So I just wanted to do like a quick rundown on my computer to show you how I make my 2015 MacBook Pro a little faster. So when I come back from my commercial photography shoots, sometimes I have anywhere between 5,000 images to this last shoot I had around 13,000. So when I import those into Lightroom, the problem I'm having is that the images lag while I'm trying to edit. Nothing slows your workflow down than a slow computer not being able to keep up with it. So I'm using smart previews and detaching them from the original files to do my edits, and then I'm reattaching them back, and it seems to work pretty well, and it definitely speeds up my workflow. So I'm gonna hop to the computer and we'll just show you real quick, and if this works for you, then great. All right, so here we are jumping into Lightroom. I already have my photos imported into this catalog because this is one I've been working on. Trip to Christmas Island, fishing trip, and I'm kind of going through the images to compile some new images for some publication stuff. So anyways, I've already imported them in, but if you haven't already imported your images in, I'll go in right now and show you what you need to do when you import them in. Now, if you have not built smart previews and you've already imported your images, don't worry, you can build them once they're inside Lightroom too. It's so easy to do. So basically the idea is that by building smart previews, you give yourself the latitude to work with lower resolution files, and I unlink them from the original files, but don't worry, you can link them right back up. So here we go. Import photos and video into Lightroom. So I'm just going to pretend like I'm importing some in. So pretending I was going to import some images in, but right now I do not have any images to import into this catalog because everything's already in this catalog. So if you were on the right hand side, I actually import my previews as minimal. And the reason why I'm doing this is because, again, I'm kind of needing to roll through images quick here. I was editing an image that is very specific and I needed to put a lot of care and attention into it, I would most likely just be opening it in Photoshop. So I'm importing images for building previews as minimal, and then you want to click Build Smart Previews box, any of the other settings you might want to put in, and then you press Import down here on the right. Okay, so I've already imported everything in. So I'm going to just kind of show you, if you, for some reason, imported them in and you forgot, I have some images down here that I have not imported in with Smart Previews. So I'll show you real quick. Just if I was to be importing these in, you can press Control A to select all your images, and then go up to go up to Library, Previews, and you can say Build Smart Images from here, and it will do it. So when you build the smart images, it just takes a couple more minutes to kind of roll through them, but once they're built, I'm going to show you the trick here. I'm going to show you the trick to speeding up your workflow. So I'm going to be working with this file folder right here with this set of images, and what I want to show you is right here in the right hand side it says Original plus Smart Preview. So now you know that you have the original image plus the Smart Preview, but what I want to do is eliminate this original image here for now, not deleting it, not getting rid of it. I'm just going to unlink it so I can just work on the smart previews. And the cool thing about this is if you're editing from an SSD drive, you're editing from just a regular hard drive, the best thing about this is that you can unlink the files, you can unplug your drive, you can work from your smart preview, and you can go from there. That is, you know, if you put your catalog on your computer. I save my catalog on my hard drive along with the files that I'm working on. So that is just one thing to keep in mind, but it is an option of something you can work on. I have all my images in my folder in Lightroom here. And now I have the original and I have my smart preview. Now, what do you do to speed up this workflow? Well, I'm going to show you. I open the Finder file folder for where I have these images stored. Where am I working on these images? I'm working on them on an external hard drive. I have it saved as Christmas Island 2019. And basically what I need to do is go in and find where are these images saved. And that's actually really easy to do. Christmas Island, day 1 fishing, 100NCZ_6. I have 507 images in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my Christmas Island day 1. I'm going to go to the folder that matches the exact folder name here in Lightroom. And you want to unlink it. And so by unlinking it, all you actually have to do is go in and rename it. Before you rename the folder and you delete anything, do not delete the name of the actual folder, because you want to be able to relink it later. Now, if you accidentally deleted it, you could just look down to Lightroom here and probably figure it out. But you're just going to add extra work to yourself. So what you want to do to unlink the folder is I click on the folder name. I like to write the word temp _ and keep the folder name. So once you've done that and you click to have it finish, you're going to notice, I'm going to just move the finder out of the way. So the folder's still saved exactly where it is. This is the one I'm working on, temp 100NCZ_6. Okay. So now when I go back to Lightroom, I get a question mark. Well, the question mark means that those original images are unlinked. They can't find them. But don't worry, you have all your smart previews saved here in Lightroom. So the best thing is, now I can roll through these 507 smart previews in Lightroom. And once I've gone through and I've edited all the ones I've edited, then I pull back up my Finder and I re-click on my temp folder that I'm currently working on, delete the word temp, I click out of the folder, and then watch this. In Lightroom, the question mark goes away. The folder has been relinked. Up here in the top right-hand corner, original and smart previews are back again. So this is a really quick trick you can do if you are working on images, bulk set of images that you really need to roll through, and Lightroom is kind of hindering your process of getting through them. So I hope that helped. And I know it can be just a little bit confusing, but I would not do the changing of your folder names in bulk. Don't do your whole catalog and change all your folder names, because you might get yourself really confused. So I stick to one folder at a time. I change the folder name to temp, and then I work with my smart previews. And then when I'm done working with the smart previews, I relink the folder to the Lightroom catalog. And I find this really works well when I'm trying to edit and go through a ton of bulk images at once. So again, this is not the process for everything. Like, I would not use this if I was really needing to do a lot of touch-up work or detail work or anything that required me to go in and out of Photoshop. I just highly recommend using this if this can help you, because there's nothing worse than waiting on your computer for you to get your work done. Like, I need to get my stuff done. So hope this helps. That's it. That's all I got. I'm leaving.